The Spotters Stand Live. Starring BSR Pockets, BSR Hot Rod, BSR Momo, BSR Joba, BSR Scar, BSR SR5, featuring Bubba J, Vince Conway, Trish Yeager, Bandit, Gear, Eddie D, Palmion, Eli, musical guest, BSR Mayhem, and your host, BSR Texan. Ladies and gentlemen, BSR Texan.
I guess. Hey, we're coming over the stream. That means we're here. I just need a copy of the mod name. There's Gear Jammer.
All right, welcome everybody to another edition of the Spotter Stand. You see these gentlemen in here carrying on a conversation while I had myself muted. Nobody paid attention to the fact that we might be going live here in a second.
It just means we're alive.
Well, we are live, and we've got a good little crowd with us in here tonight. BSR Hot Rod joining. I see we got BSR Momo joined us tonight. Eddie D in the booth with us. BSR Pockets, Palmion.
I'm absent.
Big Vito and BSR Rugrat all joining us tonight. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Great. Alive. We knew you were going live. We were just taking care of some business that, because I'm usually not around, so.
Hello.
Slow-mo.
How your mama now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Let's get the technical difficulties out of the way early here. So once again, this week we're going to be going with basically the same format we had last week. Instead of normal load, I'm going to just swap back and forth. I think it went pretty smooth last week. We're going to try it again this week. Just 3 nights of racing to go over this week. Wednesday night Truck Series, Thursday night Cup Series. Friday night Xfinity was off, and the Saturday night Team Series did run at Talladega this past Saturday. Let's kick it off with Wednesday night. The trucks ran at Martinsville. We had some good racing this week at Martinsville, trucks and Cup, both nights. And Wednesday night, our winner was BSR Momo, and that number 54 Bomb Squad Racing. That's a Chevy, yes, Chevy pulls off the victory. I believe Momo. That's probably why the reason you're in the booth with us tonight, right?
I figured I'd stick my head in the door and see what was going on.
Come on in.
Yeah, it's Halloween. He rode his damn broom in here.
Yes, I did.
He had to take his broom out for a spin. That's a great render right there, isn't it? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Scar is fantastic with the renders, is he not?
He's working hard right now, painting the rest of the team cars. Made them renders. He's made something special for me to do on Thursday, or for all of us, and something that's going to be special for the guys on the truck side also. So, yeah, that's that thing's sweet.
Well, it was pretty fast on Wednesday night as well. Momo had a great truck, led a lot of laps, took the victory on Wednesday. Let's go over here. We'll take a look at what's left in the schedule first before we go to the race results. This is our Wednesday night truck chase schedule. 8 races in already, just 2 races left to go. Phoenix coming up and Homestead to finish off the series. The trucks do not race at Texas in the fall. The trucks will be off this week. We will be racing in the dirt at the Springfield Mile tomorrow night. As you can see here, it looks like I sat on the pole Wednesday night, and BSR Momo took the victory. Let's take a look at the overall results here.
And you led the most laps, Mr. Texan.
Yeah, he did.
I did 103 laps. I led. Momo
Yes.
led 88 of them though. So
Yes.
between the two of us, we got the majority. It looks like a few other guys did lead laps. Mayhem finished in second place, led 2 laps. BSR Pockets, look at Pockets with a third place finish at Martinsville. Great job, man. Also led a lap, got a bonus point for that. I finished in fourth, led the most with 103. And Nuts, BSR Nuts bringing home a top 5. Also led 3 laps during that race. Hot Rod managed to lead some laps, led 2 of them, finished in 6th place. And it looks like who else led a lap? Eddie D. Eddie D, great job, man. Led a lap at Martinsville. Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I didn't need Mayhem to finish second, but
Well,
it is
not
what
to
it
men-
is.
let's not mention, Eddie D and Gear were apparently duking it out for a finish there, down to what's that, 1/100th of a second?
Yeah, we were back there trading a little bit of paint for sure.
Oh, it was a fantastic race. I mean, you're going to have some cautions and trading paint and wrecks and everything else. A little old bull ring like a Martinsville. That's the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way it was. And hats off to Momo for the win. I was proud of that third place finish at Martinsville. Anytime you can finish in the top 5 at that little old bull ring right there, you can walk away from there with a smile on your face. So that was a good race.
Yes, it was, and just about everybody finished on the lead lap. Vito had some trouble early in. I think you had something. You actually had to leave early. Was that right, Vito? You weren't able to finish. the
No,
race?
I couldn't get my car tight enough in. I kept on spinning out, and I didn't was spinning out in front of y'all, so I just tired.
And Bubba J had some trouble. Finished 34 laps down. He had some trouble there toward the end of the race. Palmian, first time at Martinsville, actually did a good job. I think you could have finished better than you did. 6 laps down, but being the first time there, small track, it's a tough track right there, and I think you ran the high line most of that race and just were basically letting everybody go. But you ran a pretty decent race. You just kept hold of the car for the most part and did a decent job there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did all right when I wasn't backwards.
Yeah, we had a fantastic finish. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was a 1-lap shootout. And old Pockets back there tried to push me right on out the daggone track and on up into the seating area.
Well, I mean, at Martinsville, you use your horn, don't you?
He used more than the horn.
He used the chrome horn.
I
That's what I'm
use
saying.
the chrome horn. That's why I'm authorized. I have the chrome horn on my car. So, but that, especially in the closing laps, it's so easy to overdrive or try to dig a little too much down in them corners. And I tell you, that was an absolute fantastic save because that save saved us both because had you not saved it and I turned you right there, you would have obviously not been in first place and you might not have won that race. And I was going to the back for turning you. So thank you for saving that because that was a good job.
That was all luck. All I did was downshift and throttle. That's all I could do.
Well, going into this race, I know Mayhem had a pretty decent lead over second and third place. I was back there somewhere. It looks like I lost a few points to Mayhem, but Momo winning the race. Mayhem had a decent finish there, second place. So he only lost 1 point to you position-wise, but you get a few extra points for the victory. So let's go over here and take a look at the standings and just see how many points you did make up on
I think it was
Mayhem
3.
there. Yeah, Mayhem still holds the lead. Momo with the victory in second place, now only down by 12 points. Third place is going to Pockets, down by 20. I'm sitting in fourth, down by 30 points. And BSR Nuts, rounding out the top 5, down by 35. Only 2 races left to go. I would have to say, Momo, you're probably about the only one really with a solid chance to catch up to Mayhem and maybe take a championship away from him.
Yeah, as long as y'all don't let him finish second next, or we get the next in Phoenix, which I feel like I got a good chance to win that race, or at least runner up maybe to you, Texan. I might have a chance at him.
I do run pretty well at Phoenix. I love that track. I like that track a lot, and Phoenix is going to be another one it may come down to tires. It may come down to a tire issue because it will eat off your tires, and if you run it too hard, it'll slow you down at the end of your fuel run. Maybe not so much in the trucks as it will in the Cup Series, but tires are going to matter, I think, in all of the Phoenix races.
I have a good setup, I feel like. So, I got a chance. I mean, 12 points, yeah, that's a lot to gain in 2 races, but you never know.
Well, on Thursday night, we also ran at Martinsville in the Cup Series. Thursday was another great race. Did we have, before we get to Thursday, did we have any green flag pit stops on Wednesday? Anybody remember?
No.
I know we had some decent runs in there, some runs that were 30, 40 laps. I couldn't remember if we actually had any green flag stops or not.
No, some people pitted under green, but
I don't think we had a green flag stop because 13 cautions is
it's a lot.
66 laps. Yeah.
Well, Thursday night in the Cup Series, we had another great race. There was a lot of battling going on on Thursday night, and once again, our victor was BSR Momo, number 54. The 54 swept the week at Martinsville, winning the truck and the Cup Series. The 54's got his stuff down. We come to this track next year, we're going to have to remember who we're going to have to beat, who we got to keep up with. It's going to be that 54 car, BSR Momo, man. Great job. 2 nights in a row, pulling off a victory in the truck chase and the Cup chase with just a few races to go in all of them. Awesome job, man.
thank you, sir. It was a great race. It really was. I mean, there was a lot of cautions in this one too. So all I had to do was follow the pace car.
Here's what I want to say. Yes, he did fly in here on his broom, but it's one of those those little short brooms like that you sweep your car out with and everything like that that ain't got no handle on it. That's because there was only 2 races that he had to sweep. Technically it's a sweep, but yes, it is one of those little brooms.
Little whisk broom.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I'll take my little witch broom and run on down the street. But
yes, I just want to see you try to ride that
never.
little whisk broom. That's gonna be funny.
I ain't never swept Martinsville in anything, so I'm achievement to me. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, those were a couple of hell of races for you,
Come on,
Momo.
Momo. And that was in the chase, my friend. So don't let them
That's
bullshit
right,
you.
my friend.
Did I hear a car in the background? Somebody practicing? Momo?
No, not me.
I could have swore I heard a car on the track. It sounded like somebody's already practicing for Texas.
Don't need no stinking practice.
You got
in
Texas on the brain.
Texas is
I hear
like
it. Who was that? That was Hot Rod.
Larry.
Why would I be practicing Texas?
I think
Come on,
Larry
be
is
real.
getting the setup ready for the dirt tomorrow night.
Is that what it was, Larry?
I'm more inclined to find out which track version they were running. Not as to what the setup was.
We can hear the spotter in the background. I could hear the
Can you
car.
really?
Yep, I knew somebody was racing there. Only when you start talking and your mic activates, we can hear it. but that's fine. We're on the spotter stand. We're talking about racing. Nothing wrong with hearing a little racing in the background. A lot better than people talking over your intro. You know what I mean? So let's go over. We'll take a look here at what schedule we've got left for the Cup Series chase. We are 7 races into this chase with 3 left to go. We are going to be racing Texas this week on Thursday night. Then
What were
Phoenix
the
coming up.
standings?
We're fixing to get to the results
Oh,
and the,
sorry,
and the
I'm sorry.
standings and all that stuff. We're
I'm,
going to get there.
gotta get used to your
The new format.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I figure as long as I got this up and I can switch back and forth, I might as well we'll show the schedule, show the results, we'll show all of it. So Texas, Phoenix, and Homestead, only 3 races left to go. We are going to be at Texas this coming up week, Thursday night. Looks like once again in the Cup Series, I sat on the pole and Momo took the victory. So we had the same race results as far as pole and victory. Let's look at the rest of the field here. Whoa, look at that. Pockets moved up a spot. Momo definitely led the most laps on Thursday night. 151 laps led, took the victory. Pockets with 24 laps led the second most laps out of anybody on the track and finished second place. That's a great job. Both nights, top 5, third place on Wednesday, second place on Thursday. Finished ahead of Mayhem. So both you guys, Pockets and Momo, gained some points on Mayhem this week. I believe going into this race, myself and Mayhem were tied for first, and Pockets and Momo were tied for third. Is that correct? Is that right?
That's
Yes, sir.
correct.
It
I
was,
think you are.
yes.
Yeah.
So Momo broke the tie between himself and Pockets. Looks like Mayhem broke the tie between himself and me. Mayhem in third place. I finished in fourth. Managed to lead 7 laps. And Gear Jammer, rounding out the top 5 at Martinsville. Great finish for Gear on that short track. Awesome job by him.
Yeah, he fought with that car and adjusted on it and kept fighting and worked his way up there and got himself a top 5. I tell you, that was another great race, man. I mean, there was some fantastic side-by-side racing, some great restarts, a lot of action. And once again, I'm chasing no short broom over there. He got the win again. Congratulations, Momo.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, I believe.
Short, bro. I got you short.
Short broom with that devil monkey on his back.
With the devil monkey on my chest. My back? No, it's on my chest.
Hey, Pockets, you and I had some great racing on Thursday night.
Yes.
I mean, that was fun. There was some battling in there where I'd pass you, you'd literally pass me right back. We were side by side for about 3 laps in a row at 1 or 2 points during the race, and man, I mean that was a lot of fun. I think there was some similar racing going on behind us as well between a few other drivers, and we didn't have green flag stops again on Thursday night, but again we did have some long runs, 30, 40 laps or so under green, and there were some great battles, some good fun racing at Martinsville. I had a lot of fun.
And you know what's great about this is that you can tell the competition has ramped up in these last 10 races of the chase, just like we knew it would. And it's, you know, the points are reflecting that the action is only going to get more intense as we head towards, you know, the finale at Homestead. And yeah, that's, you can tell everybody's up on that wheel. They're battling forever, digging for every spot they can get. Every little old point makes a difference because this thing's going to be tight when we get to Homestead. All 3 of these series is, so it's going to be exciting to watch here for the next several weeks.
Oh yeah, this series is definitely tight, and the points only just now tightened up even more because it was a tie for the lead. I believe the tie for third place was 11 points back.
Yes,
and
sir.
With both of you guys gaining points on the lead, that's just closed it up even more. So the difference from first to fourth is going to be 10 points or less. Let's go take a look at what the standings currently are. So Mayhem did move up to take over the lead, or retake the lead. I believe he was in the lead prior to the tie. And I'm still in second place, down by only 1 point. Momo, with the victory, made up 5 points. Moved up to third place, only down by 6. And Pockets in fourth, only down by 10. Hot Rod, you're in the top 5 here, only down by 20 points. And with 3 races left to go, 20 points is even doable. But, those
Absolutely.
All I know is I ain't got nothing to lose.
That's right.
I'm not playing nice no more. I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy.
When do you play nice?
Definitely. After last week, I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, Mayhem's got the pressure on him now, so this is the kind of points where it really comes into play your old philosophy, Pockets, of would you rather be the chaser or the chasee? I still say it's better to be the chasee and have a little bit of a cushion, but right now, being in the lead by only 1 point and having third place only down by 6, fourth place
Yeah,
only down
that's
by
not
10.
that's really not being a chasee.
Yeah,
The
pressure is
a
on.
chaser. That's too close to call there.
Yeah, pressure's on for sure coming into Texas. There's going to be a lot of fast cars there. I think just about everybody is going to be fast, at least on a half a fuel run or so, until tires start wearing out. So
I guarantee you that my spoiler will not be at 70 in the Cup. Guarantee it.
maybe in the truck I might ride my spoiler down a little bit, but Cup.
Nope.
I
My
think
Cup
I'm
setup's down too.
I'm going to be at 70. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at 70 anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be at 70 because Texan likes to play with your spoiler.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll get up there and try to do all I can to take that air off of it.
Yeah, hopefully
I know mine's 68 or lower.
we can do something to Mayhem and cause him to get to the back. Y'all come on out this Thursday. We need a big crowd so we can put Mayhem in the back. Where's Captain Crunch?
I need one of them. I need one of them tomorrow night in the dirt. That's what I need. I need about a 11 to 14 car field tomorrow night in the dirt, so we can finish off the season with a big bang.
I spoke to Axel earlier today while we were doing a little work on the Texas track, and this is big breaking news right here on the spotter stand. He informed me that he has had something come up, and he is going to have to rely on his 1 provisional point allowance for Phoenix week.
Oh no!
For which
in the Cup?
For which series?
I think maybe
Xfinity on Friday night.
I'm not sure.
No,
maybe
'cause
Thursday and Friday.
He's not really in that.
I
So.
think
Okay,
he's
then I
already
think
used
it's
his
Thursday.
provisional on Friday night.
Yeah, so it's got to be Thursday or Wednesday.
All right, Gear. Let's say hi to Les and Nick and Randy. Everybody out there in the chat box.
So if it's Thursday, that's really going to tighten the points up.
Oh yeah, that's going to hurt him. He's going to have a great race at Texas and at Homestead, because provisionals, if we get 10 drivers that show up, he's going to be losing 10
points,
10 to 15 points to whoever wins that race. So
well, you figure at least going to be 10. That's without the extra points for winning. So at least 10 he'd lose.
Yeah, so he's going to lose 10 points to me. Where would that put him?
If he loses 10 points to you, that puts him tied with you.
Well, that depends on what happens at Texas also.
Pockets just said he's going to win.
At you think so?
Yeah.
This ain't no more Heyman production this time, so we're not going to let you win.
Well, I always try to win. I mean, you got to go into it with a positive attitude, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna positively try to get a top 3.
I'm positively going out to win or go home on a crane. Whichever comes first.
Win, but Texas is one of those
Him on the crane. He got
fast, you know.
he got to tear a car up so bad. He got to be on a. Got to pick it up with a crane. That's pretty bad.
That's right.
Yeah, Larry's
Well-
talking checkers or wreckers.
It's gonna winter. It ain't coming home. That's the way I'm looking at it.
What's up, Bubba J? See you out there. How you doing?
Jay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Good deal, Jay.
Well, all
Larry sounds like who is that? Kyle Busch.
all I got to say is BSR Texan racing at Texas.
All
I
know,
gotta have a good race. That's my home track.
We'll let you have fourth,
Oh.
maybe fifth.
all I know, Killa, is I've been right on the fucking bubble at Texas for like the last 5 races there. So I'm just going for broke this time. The hell with it.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see some green flag pit stops this week at Texas.
I ain't scared of that, not at all. I got a good long run set up.
Yep.
I'm
Texas
good to go.
is a great track. Lots of great racing happen there, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if we did have some green flag stops and some good long runs. And yeah, you always got a great long run car. So
I told Eddie, I said, Texas, it's a 1.5 mile track, but you can throw that out the window. That track runs like Talladega and Daytona. You got to be in the draft. You got to position yourself, and you're going to have to hit a pit stop or two.
Yeah, you lose the drive at Texas, it's
Done.
just like Talladega or Daytona.
Yeah, you're done.
100% correct to that, especially in like the CTS physics.
Yes. The cup's not as bad, but yes, definitely in the CTS.
Hey, while you got that pulled up, can we go look at the Friday night series?
oh, you must have been
Since
reading
we're
my
gonna-
mind because that's
Was
exactly
you
what
really?
I was fixing to do. Yeah. So we didn't race this Friday. They were off, but I figured while we got it here, let's flip back over the
Hey, yeah.
schedule and we're going to go take a look at the Friday night chase, the Xfinity series. Also 7 races in to this series, 3 to go, the same 3, Texas, Phoenix, and Homestead. So Xfinity, this coming up Friday, will be racing at Texas. Let's take a look at the way the points currently stand on Friday night with 3 races left to go. Look at there, BSR Momo holding the top spot. 2 points over myself in second place. Pockets again down by 10 points in this series as well in third place. And Gear Jammer has moved up 2 spots to take over fourth, down by 63, with Bubba J in fifth, down by 67. Hot Rod, have you missed?
Probably not right. That's probably not right.
Yeah, Larry, you missed the last Friday race, did you not?
No,
I
not
would
the
say-
last Friday. I did miss a Friday night, but I don't think it was the last one.
You must not have gotten your provisional points yet.
He got them for
No.
one. I remember putting them in. Let me look.
And he shouldn't be down that far. If he's only missed 1 and got provisionals, he should be somewhere in the maybe 30-point range or something like that.
He did miss the race.
Yeah,
Did
click
he
on
not
the
last week?
Click on the breakdown beside his name, and he missed Kansas, and he got provisionals for one of the other races.
No. Not on Friday night, Momo.
Maybe not.
It shows Kansas, Dover, Charlotte, Richmond, Vegas, Indy. We raced Indy. Yeah, I guess we did in the Xfinity series.
Well, if he
And
didn't miss one,
Charlotte-
I think it was last week, then he's good. I mean, I thought it was last week that he missed one.
No, blew up last week or something stupid happened last week.
No, you didn't. You
Yeah,
didn't make it.
this
You
breakdown
didn't make
must be
last
a little
week.
off. Did we race? Okay, I'm looking at it in reverse. I guess Darlington would have been the first chase race. No.
Hey,
This
Dana.
has got to be off because there's no Martinsville in there.
We didn't race.
Trucks or NXS doesn't
Yeah,
race Martinsville.
yeah, we didn't race
We were off.
Well, it shows him there 7 races.
Yeah, the last race we ran was Kansas,
Yeah,
and it
and
shows
his net
him
was
with no
zero.
points.
Net zero there, yeah. 0 points gross. So he, 0 points. He must not have gotten provisionals because it would show some points there, would it not?
Yes.
Yes, it would.
So Hot Rod needs provisionals for the Kansas race. We can remember that.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. You missed Vegas, Texas.
I didn't miss Vegas.
I said Texan.
I missed Vegas.
Yeah,
Your name's not Texan, Larry.
And
Your
this
name's Hot
series,
Rod.
in the Friday night series.
yeah,
I
'cause
believe that's
I earned $0, but I did get 31 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he got a provisional.
So I missed there. There you go. Your one provisional. That's the reason we give that out in the chase. So you can miss one race and still be in the hunt. 'Cause there I am, 2 points back with missing a race and getting provisionals for the Vegas race.
Okay, I must have put them in for Wednesday night, Larry. So you need provisionals for that Kansas race then.
Yes. I knew I was missing a provisional for Friday. I didn't think it was Kansas though. What? I thought I ran Kansas.
Now, Kansas was the one where you got taken out on Wednesday, got taken out Thursday, and
Oh, and I
decided to
said
take
fuck
Friday
Friday.
off.
Yep, you're right. You're right, Eddie.
Yeah, that is right, Eddie. I remember that.
Yep.
So points are close really all 3 nights. I would say Wednesday night has got the biggest spread. Currently, Mayhem's got the biggest lead of anybody on Wednesday night in the Truck Series. He's almost, but not quite, got that championship wrapped up with just 2
Who?
races
What?
left to go. I mean, Mayhem. On
Who? What?
Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
How many points out ahead is he on Wednesday night?
12.
Wednesday night, yeah, he's got a pretty good lead. Wednesday truck chase, 12 points
12-point lead.
over Mayhem or over Momo with just two to
Momo.
go.
Momo can still get him. He's still got a sweat. At 6 points a race, that's definitely doable. It's hard,
Yeah,
but
that's why I
definitely
need all
doable.
y'all to come on out and be there. What? Or Phoenix and Homestead.
Yeah, Phoenix and Homestead. You need as many people between you and him as possible.
I mean, I have a great setup
User
for both
disconnected
tracks,
from
but
your channel.
Yeah, that's the
I'm sure
the
he will
biggest
too.
that's the biggest point spread right there is 12 points. You move over to the Cup Series, which we just looked at, 1 point between first and second, only 10 points back to fourth place. That's probably the closest race right there in the Cup Series. That's about as close as they get. And then we go back over to Friday night.
I'm predicting some helmets being thrown and some TV interviews being declined before this is all over.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano moment.
Yeah, as long as you don't touch me on my shoulder. That was.
Don't touch.
We're
Don't
live.
touch.
I know what you were going to say. I know what you were going to say.
I didn't say it.
That was more of a slap on the shoulder, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know why he did it.
Slap him on the shoulder and then turn around and walk away.
Come on, Nick Earl. Don't sing it. Bring it.
Absolutely, yeah. Come and race with us, man. Bring it on in there. So points close in all 3 series, especially on Thursday and Friday night. On Saturday night, on the other hand, points are kind of spreading out a little bit. We started this series out on Saturday night in the team series, pretty close for the first couple of weeks. But we've got one team in particular that has already won 3 out of 4 races. So this last week, they took the victory once again. It was this time BSR SS Joba taking a victory for that Ghost team in the number 56 Drunken Cow Jerky Ghost flavored machine. This is the last week for these pink cars for breast cancer awareness. We'll be back in our regular team colors next week at Talladega or Daytona in the trucks, and for the rest of the season in the Cup cars. They'll all be back to the regular colors. Last week that you're going to see these pink cars out there on the track. But man, this Ghost team, BSR Scar has taken 2 victories for this team, and now BSR SS Joba taking a victory for this team. The only other team to win a race so far is Original. Is that correct? Pockets, you won race number 2, I believe, or race number 1?
He won the first race.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, won the first one. So the Ghost team has won 3 races in a row. Not just 3 races in a season, but 3 in a row.
And that being said, Texan, let's not forget Rugrat's been running strong in all 3 of those races, too. She's been up near the front of the pack.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
So all 3 members of Ghost seem to be firing on all cylinders right now.
I know this last Saturday, she took Larry's setup and put it in hers, and she actually outran Larry at qualifying with his own setup.
No, that wasn't just. That was the week before. That wasn't this week.
Larry's like,
That
shut
was in
up.
the trucks.
And I
that
would
was in
like
the
to take
truck.
this. I would like to take this time to once again apologize to Texan. Sorry, my bad. I ran his ass over trying to pit road and ruined his race. That was my fault, and I am sorry.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's go over the penalties I received from that. Or all. Let's see. I had damn near a perfect pit entry going. I was going to enter at maybe somewhere close to 70, but we all know you can do that. You cross the line at 70, so long as you stay on the brake down to 55, you're good. Not going to get that black flag. Almost going to be a perfect entry, and then here comes out of nowhere this pink Original car, slammed me right in the back end, knocked me over into the grass. So first thing he did was made sure I didn't get slowed down fast enough. So I got a black flag for speeding. Another thing he did was knock me just over the corner of basically the safe entry. So I got a black flag for unsafe pit entry. And on top of that, I got a little bit of damage as well. So once I pulled down and finally got into my pit stall, the team finishes banging on the car, fixing the damage. And don't you know it, here comes the spotter saying, you got to watch that pit entry, man. 30-second penalty after they fixed my damage. I had to sit in my pit for another 30 seconds to serve that unsafe entry penalty. And then when I come out of the pits, I get the news, black flag for speeding. So then I had to drive around and come back and do a drive-through for that. So yeah, that one incident in the pits left me 2 laps down after serving 30-second penalty and then having to do a drive-through on top of that. I was 2 laps down when I came back out of the pits, and you know, that's what happens sometimes. You know, it happens to you. So it's frustrating at the time when it happens, but you got to give it to Pockets. I think I saw that "sorry, my bad" come up about 10 times after that in that race. So
more than 10 times.
I don't think you noticed this, but it was every other lap, I believe. He was saying
It was
that.
about 100 times.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was every other lap to the end of the race there.
I even did it when somebody else said sorry. I said sorry too. I felt bad about it because I hit him. Had I not hit him, I would have gotten a black flag. But when I hit him, it slowed me down to pit road speed. And through all of that melee, I didn't get any penalties, and I felt bad about it. You'll be there for Thursday at Phoenix.
Oh,
You
but
won't be there for Wednesday.
trucks. So Captain Crunch just said, which is mayhem, that he is not gonna contest my championship on Wednesday night.
well, that's the one night that he's got a 12-point lead. So
yeah, that's the one that he's been touting all season long that he wanted to and was going to try to win. So that's
only 2 races left to go. So he's gonna, you're gonna lose some points. You're gonna get those provisionals for Wednesday night, but you're gonna lose at least 10, like we were talking earlier, 10 to 12 points over whoever wins that race. So,
He said I can't catch him anyways.
yeah,
What you been smoking? I'm only
Hey,
12 back, player.
yeah, only 12 points back. So you're looking at going, if Momo happens to win
Don't
at
say
Phoenix,
happens.
if Momo happens to win Phoenix, you're looking at going into Homestead maybe tied or within a point or two, one way or the other. You're only going to have a 1 or 2 point lead, or you're going to be 1 or 2 points behind. So that
he is right. He is right. He can't catch him at Phoenix, but he damn sure can at Homestead.
Mm-hmm.
Catch him and pass him
He
and
said
win the
he will win
championship on the last
Homestead.
race.
he
Oh,
says
Well,
he's
I don't
going to
know.
feels
win.
confident.
I don't know if
You
Texans
better.
remembers my Homestead setup from last year, but it was pretty
There's
stout on Friday
there's a
night. It's
couple
the
of
same
us.
as Wednesday night.
There's a couple of us who really like Homestead, and the thing about Homestead that can slip up on you is that a lot of people tend to forget about Homestead since we only run it 2 times a year. I mean, I always try to put it in the AK Memorial Series, but that's the final race, and we only run it 1 time a year in the regular season, and it's the chase race where it shows up. Is that not correct?
That's right.
And that people tend to forget who was dominant, whether they needed work on their setup or not. They tend to forget because that track's kind of hidden, and sometimes people seem to forget about Homestead. But Homestead's actually, if you look at the way we do things, that's really the most important track, unless you've established a big enough lead that you can roll in and capture the championship at Homestead just by starting. And I don't know that that's going to be the case in any of these series. I think it's going to all go down to Homestead.
Oh, yeah, it's going to come down to Homestead in all 3 of these series. As close as the points are in the other 2 nights, we know that's going to happen.
Well, see, Momo, if he's going to take a provisional on Wednesday night, that means you only need to make up 3 races or like 3 points on what is it? Phoenix is the first one. On
Well, I have every intentions of going into Phoenix and winning it. So
Yeah,
well, yeah,
Phoenix,
if you go to
win-
Phoenix
if
and
he
win it,
wins,
Almost a third
screwed.
of Phoenix.
you got to remember. Let's say let's say we
I
had
like
let's
Phoenix.
say we had 10 drivers that show up at Phoenix. That puts him getting 11th place points. So if Momo wins, that's going to be 10 points just in spots. And then you got to count the lead a lap point. That's 11. Then a couple of extra points for the victory. That's 13 right there. If Momo happens to lead the most laps, that's 14. So Momo could conceivably at Phoenix transfer into the lead by a couple of points. So yeah,
That ain't happening to him. He ain't
All
got to
right,
worry about it.
we still got 2 weeks, so don't do the what ifs and jinx me like you do yourself.
what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about with us.
So let's go on and finish up the Saturday night thing. The Ghost team has won 3 races in a row. Let's go back over here to the points and the schedule. We see Pockets took the victory.
No, Joba.
Pockets took the victory at Daytona, the very first race, the opener. Scar took the victory in the second race. BSR Scar again 2 weeks in a row took the third race, and now SS Joba took the victory in the 4th race.
All right, while y'all talking about that, I'm gonna jump out real quick, holler at everybody, and I will see y'all Thursday night.
Holla.
Later, Mama.
We got dirt tomorrow. Come on now.
Hey, I might come show a little support to Larry. Hopefully, we can help him win the championship.
Yeah, he needs a lot of drivers in between him and Eli if he wants to win that championship in the dirt.
Ain't gonna happen. We need 15 people.
You help me, I might better help you. Wink, wink.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
I was
right.
making a
Hey,
back
Momo,
alley
if you come, you
deal.
gotta help me keep Pockets behind me too, so
Oh,
they don't catch me to take me out of 3rd spot.
I can do that. We'll put Pockets in the fence. I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
You better.
See you tomorrow.
The old one. I mean, the new one. Just like the real one, Nick.
User disconnected from your channel.
Rugrat on that one, you've got a 7-point lead on Pockets. He's going to have to drive the wheels off of that thing if he's going to stand a chance of catching.
Pockets is pretty good at the Springfield Mall. Don't let him kid you. That's one of his best tracks.
And
Yeah,
Pockets is starving for a win. He ain't never won one in the dirt.
Yeah.
All I've won is a qualifying heat race.
He's good there. He's good at the Devil's Bowl. He finished pretty decent at the Devil's Bowl last week.
So after we finish up the team series here, we'll go over and take a look at the dirt points before we head into that race tomorrow night. Saturday night, this past Saturday, was SS that took the victory for the Ghost team. It was BSR Pockets brought home third place for the original team, 42 points. Bubba J brought home fifth place for the Hot team, brought home 40 points. And it was, that's Randy, isn't it? 29?
Randy blew up 2 weeks in a row.
Randy brought home the points in ninth place for the Beer Bacon team. So quite a spread in the points. The Ghost team, they gained 5 points over original, gained 7 over Hot, and gained 12 points over the Beer Bacon team this week. That's really, really going to spread these points out. Let's take a look at how we stand just 4 races in. Ghost team does have a 15-point lead over the Hot team, 16 points over original, and 30 points over Beer Bacon. 30 points in just 4 races. That's amazing right there. But, they win 3 races in a row. They get some lead a lap points, all the extra points for the wins. They're killing it so far. But we do have 6 races left to go in this series. And these other teams, seeing that Ghost team pull out to a lead like that, definitely not going to make it easy for them to win any more of these races. Looks like right now the race is really between Hot and original at 15 and 16 points back. These two teams only separated by 1 point. It's close racing right there. But the leaders, first place team, pulling out to a big lead, and looks like Beer Bacon, with the bad luck this season, dropping out to a big deficit early.
Same as last year, or same as last season.
Yep, something tells me that these next couple races, especially now that we're going to be in our true team cars instead of the pink cars, everyone's going to be avoiding being behind those blue cars on the track.
That's all right. That's fine and dandy.
We've seen this 56 car in victory lane many, many times on Saturday night and plenty of the previous seasons. I think you guys remember last season he won several races.
Not the next couple weeks he ain't going to be, I'm telling you now.
We had a lot of green flag stops. Most of that race went green flag on Saturday night, and that's what it comes down to is consistency in the pits. You got to have a good pit stop round after round to be able to stay up in that lead draft, because if you don't get that caution, 9 times out of 10, there's only going to be a few cars left on the lead lap up there in that lead pack, and what it comes down to is how many of your team cars a lap down are you going to have with you to help you at the end. So that's one of the big strategies in this series, and if at least one of those guys are up there in that lead pack, it's tough to keep their teammates if they're not damaged. It's tough to keep their teammates from helping them even if they're a lap down. So hats off to these guys. They've been getting it done so far this season, but like we said, it's not going to be easy for them to win anymore, at least not for the next few weeks.
Yeah, not till it tightens back. Once it tightens back up again, then they'll start helping them, and then they can whip up another couple.
Let's go over.
But for the next couple weeks, it'll be tough for them. That's for sure, Texas.
Let's take a look at these dirt points here. With just 1 race left to go in the Dirt Series to finish out the season. Eli's got a 15-point lead over Hot Rod, 68 points over Rugrat, 75 over Pockets, 85 over myself. So Rugrat, you have got 7 points, just like Palmian said, 7 points over Pockets. And I think you got that covered pretty easily here. I don't think he's going to be able to finish 7 spots ahead of you.
Yeah,
I
don't see it.
I don't think we're getting enough cars for him to finish 7 spots ahead of her. That's just saying. That's the Dirt's only been averaging 6 to 8 cars a night, so 8 to 10, maybe we might get enough. Momo's supposed to come out, so that should be about 11 car field. So, yep, we should be right on the border.
No comment.
Yeah.
No, I'm not jinxing myself. I'll be able to brag after tomorrow, hopefully, but I'm not jinxing myself. So yeah, no comment.
That's right. You tell him, bro. Right. I know. There's no way we're getting enough people to knock Eli off, so he won't even have to show, and he'll have the championship won.
I don't know if he doesn't show. Well,
it's only 1 point a spot.
1
You're
point
going
a
to need
spot.
at least 16 cars. We're not going to get 16 cars.
So if
not
you
gonna
won the
happen.
heat race, you get 1. And
Yeah,
then,
that would be 15 then. So still,
right. So we would need to have at least 14 people show up for him to get 15th spot, and you win the heat race.
That's right. My only consolation is I won more than half the races.
Well, if we had 13 people show and he got 14th, and you won the heat race, and it came down to a tie.
Oh, I definitely got the tie.
Yeah,
ain't no doubt about that.
Then yeah, you would have that. So 13. I mean, that's possible. We got 16 people on the list here. If all but 3 of them show up, and you could have that. Of course, one of those 3 would have to be Eli. So 13. That might be a long shot, but it's possible. It could happen.
Well, Mayhem won't be there tomorrow, so that's 1. Looney won't be there, that's 2. Scar won't be there, that's 3. Let me keep going down the list.
Chris Chaos probably won't be there.
That's 4.
I will definitely be there.
Yes, and I'll be there. Tomorrow I'll actually be, I don't have to close, so I should be able to be there in Plenty of Town tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what Vito's schedule is. I had no idea, but he might be there. He would be a fence guy.
Randy said he's going to try to make it.
Yeah, Randy's a fence guy too. They're guys that would possibly show up or not show up. He'd go either way. But I know Steve Looney won't be there. Scar could be a fence guy. He could go either way. Mayhem definitely won't show up. Chaos could be a fence guy. So it's possible. Best thing I can say for Eli would be to show up, make sure he's there and ready to go. That's what I would do.
I'm sure Eli will be there. He was in the server last night practicing. Got in quite a few laps, I believe. So he's already getting ready. So I'm pretty sure he's going to show up.
Don't matter. I got a game plan. I know I'm fast there. I'm going to do what I do. And that's all I can do. I'll definitely be out front for a while. I know that.
Hey, Nick, if you want to show up racing the dirt, everybody runs everybody over on Wednesday night. So I don't think you got anything to worry about there. You can't help but run somebody over at some point in the dirt.
Yeah, come on, Bubba J. You got to see the yellow caution car, man.
The big thing is with the Springfield Mile, it's a little bit harder to run people over. If you get into somebody and you're off the gas when you get into them, chances are they're going to save it. You don't get that. It's not as. It's more drawn out, easier to save car at the Springfield Mile because it's a bigger track. So It's a lot harder to actually run somebody over there.
A lot more room to work with.
Yes, it's a lot harder to run somebody over there. Not saying you cannot run somebody over there. I'm just saying it's a lot harder to run somebody over there than you would think.
Well, that's about all we got for you guys this week. Appreciate everybody showing up that watched live and all you guys that came in tonight to contribute. We appreciate everybody being here. Hope we can get a good turnout tomorrow night and all week. Tomorrow, Springfield Mile in the Dirt, Texas Motor Speedway on Thursday and Friday night. And we'll be back at Daytona in the trucks on Saturday night for the Saturday night team series.
We will be at Daytona.
Yes, Daytona, and we are racing trucks again this week, correct?
Double checking right now, but I believe that is correct. But I am checking.
Yep, it's a truck race.
Yep, it's a truck race at Daytona BSR.
Back-to-back truck races to be exact.
Yes, that is correct. We
Also-
will run the last Daytona race this week, and next week we'll run our first Talladega race with the trucks.
So we're going to be trucks 2 weeks in a row on Saturday night.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, but then we go one cup race, one truck race, and then finish up with 2 cup races. So we're just about halfway. This is the halfway race rate coming up this week.
That I believe is the case. Race number 5.
I know it is. I'm looking at the schedule.
Halfway race, season 39. That's going to be 390 team series races. We're only 1 season away from that next mile marker of 400 team series races. That's a big one right there. I remember when we hit the 300 mark.
Yep.
Yep, and now we're already coming up on 400. 10 races per series. That's what, 10 seasons? So season 30.
10 seasons.
That 300 mark just doesn't seem that long ago. But I guess being 10 races and race every week with just a couple of weeks in between.
That's 5. That's only 5 a year.
Yeah, each of these, only go a few months each. So, yeah, I remember that 300 mark like it was yesterday. That wasn't that long ago, it seems. And we're going to be coming up on the 400 mark probably about the time we're getting ready to start the 2020 season.
That's you're right, Texan. It's going to be roughly right at Daytona week, right around there. That's where it's going to hit at.
And that's about a good time for a marker like that to come in too. Right about the time you're starting a fresh season, you're going to be racing Daytona. We'll probably be finishing the series off at Daytona. Yeah.
That's where the 300 hit too. If you remember, it was right around there. It was in January, but we pushed it off till the beginning of February for the 300 one. I was here for that, so that's why I remember that.
Well, once again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching us live, and thanks to you guys for coming in and helping out again this week. We're going to see you guys hopefully on the track tomorrow night at the Springfield Mile. We're out of here for tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep, everybody come out and make Eli sweat a little bit.
Let's go.
See ya.
See ya.
Holla.